Howdy everybody, welcome back. This is horizontal stabilizer video number 10. And I'm actually putting the horizontal stabilizer together. I did get the stringer fixed and all put back together. I do have a video that'll come out here. It'll probably be before you even see this one, of me fixing that particular mistake. I have realized that, well, when you're not like a mechanic or an airplane builder or a metal fabricator or anything like that, you do make some mistakes, and you just kind of got to work through them and learn from your mistakes and move on. Sometimes it costs you a lot of money, sometimes it costs you a little bit. So this video, basically what I'm doing is I'm just clecoing the skins onto the ribs and the spar and the stringer, and then riveting the spar itself to the skins. And all I get done in this 9.5-minute video is riveting the spar. I haven't done any of the ribs or the stringers as of yet. And I did update my little holder, the thing that holds the horizontal stabilizer there. I did buy two what are they called, little wood things, sawhorses, that's what they're called. So I did buy two sawhorses from Harbor Freight. They were like 13 bucks. And it puts it right at about the perfect height, so you can get your arm in there still and have enough room to use the rivet gun. So it's kind of nice. And here I am, I'm just riveting that spar onto riveting the skins onto the spar. And with all the dimples and the countersinking, it fits in there really nice. I mean, the holes are lined up perfectly, except for the little tabs on the ribs. Those don't necessarily line up correctly. You have to, and see, there I am right there, kind of jiggling that tab to try to get it so I could get the rivet in the hole, because the tab is, it's off one way or the other, and it just, the rivet won't go in there. So you do have to kind of jiggle that tab around a little bit, either move it up, move it down, move it back, move it forward, and eventually the rivet will go in there, and then you can set it pretty easy. It is kind of a tight fit for my fat arm there to fit in between those, but it's not too bad. It doesn't scrape it up too bad. One thing I would be careful of, though, is you see those the holes in the ribs and in the spar. They do that to make it lighter. But if you are using a really small bucking bar, what you don't want to have happen is dropping that bucking bar through one of those holes that's in the spar, because it will basically ruin the skin and you'll be starting over from scratch. So don't do that. Make sure you have a hold of your bucking bar. So I do have a few jokes, so I'm not sure which one I want to say, but we'll do this one. What do you call a nervous javelin thrower? Shakespeare. I'm hilarious. Yeah, my wife rolls her eyes at me, but that's okay. So I just basically work my way down the side of it would be the left horizontal stabilizer, and that's the top that I'm working on there. I just work my way down that spar the whole way, and then the instructions say to do the ribs up to the stringer, and then do the stringer, and then finish the ribs. And so right now I have the spar is done, but I haven't done any of the ribs. And you just keep working your way down the spar. I switch arms that I'm putting in there because one arm starts to hurt from holding bucking bar and being shoved in between those two pieces of aluminum. And so every once in a while you'll see me switch to go to my my left hand instead of my right hand. And as I'm filling, oh, there's management. Management's coming to talk to me. And then management did not like the loud sound, so management left. But as I put rivets in, I move them to the other side of the horizontal stabilizer, the right side. And so I do technically have enough clecos to, I could have put them all together, but I was only working on one side, at a time. And so I figured, what the heck, as I take them out, I'll just move them to the other side. And I don't think I'm going to do a video of the other side because it would be an exact duplicate of this particular video. And that just sounds boring to me. Unless, something happens or I notice something, I'll film that. But otherwise, I won't put it out on YouTube. You'll just see the one side getting done. That's not that exciting. It is a cool sound though, that bzz, bzz sound. It's pretty cool. So I did leave it in there for this video, just so you guys would have it. And I did leave in my compressor going on as well, so you'll hear my compressor here shortly. And that's me lining up that tab on that other side. And the things on the ends, you can actually, see, there's my compressor. The things on the ends you can use your squeezer for, so that's kind of nice. But everything in the middle there, you have to buck. And you get pretty good bucking stuff. I will admit I like the squeezer a lot better, but bucking stuff's not too bad once you get used to it. The sound changes. You just got to get used to the sound. When the rivet is completely bucked, it will sound different than when you first start. So. And there, I'm just kind of moving along, going in between the clecos I have in, putting in rivets, and as I get 3 or 4 of them done, then I move them to the other side. And since my table's on the other side and the thing's pretty long, instead of walking around it the whole time, I just moved some rivets and just set them on that Dr. Pepper case there. By the way, Dr. Pepper, if you would like to sponsor me and help me pay for my plane, I would be totally okay with that. And so as I do more rivets, I take the clecos out, move them down, and keep coming down the spar. It's basically very repetitive. And the rivets that you're using, there's 3 different sizes, and it kind of makes sense where they go. So the bigger ones go through the skin, the spar, the little extra piece that they have for the spar, and the tab, and then the next biggest one just doesn't go through the tab, and then the next biggest one doesn't go through the, what do they call it, the C top or something, like cup top or whatever they call that extra piece of metal that's in there. So it's pretty easy. Once you get past the extra pieces, they're all the same, the 3-4 rivets. And I thought about doing a video on like rivet sizes, because I was really confused at first. It's like, okay, this is just, it didn't make much sense. But the more that I do it, it makes perfect sense. So I might do a video on rivets, rivet sizes, and what the numbers all mean. But that's pretty much it. I'll let this guy just trail out here. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them. And we'll see you later. Have fun. Bye.